So here in part 2, I'm just showing how I model this component here, which actually holds a light bulb. I think it's an E12 light bulb, E14 light bulb. And so I'm just trying to make this piece so then when I go on to making a lampshade or the base of it, it's gonna fit when it's printed. So it's important to do this step first. Now we're seeing a few techniques that I introduced in the first video, combining different methods of modeling. These shapes that I'm making aren't off the top, they are also informed by my sketches and mood board. There were a lot of ideas I had early on, and sometimes instead of just coming in and modeling straight away, I like to write them down and sketch them out, and make note of that. So then when I do model, I sit down and make sure I play around with all these ideas I have first. I used to just model the main thing in one go, like model a whole couch or furniture piece in one go without exploring different ideas and different looks. And if you're knowledgeable with 3D printing, you can build these with understanding how a machine might print them, and therefore, like, I can take these models straight out of here and what it looks like and actually print them. Sometimes things or models that people make, like a digital model, might not know how to actually make something for a 3D printer because there are constraints that you have to consider when you 3D print stuff. You can 3D print anything if you have a good understanding of the machine and how it may work, because there are a variety of 3D printing machines as well. But what I'm really focusing on here is the digital aspect, or the digital craftsmanship that requires just to be able to 3D print something.